everybody turned up for her because she impacted life. She was a philanthropist. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, she took care of them. Now back to Dupe Jaiyesimi. Sorry, it's now getting cold now. So let me lock the window. And I said that thing to my mom when they were giving feedback on how people turned up and everything from neighboring towns, villages, and everything. I said to my mom, I said, did people told me, yeah, Alaja, you that I won't even, people had their own canopy. Everybody have their own kwekwe musician. Everybody for Alaja. It wasn't as if she didn't give birth. And my mother said one thing, that Alaja, she's a real gem. What you sow, you will reap. It's not about only not giving birth. Mind you, if you don't give birth, it's even good. If you are a terrible person, you've done bad things, so that God will allow you stay on earth, you will suffer very well. It's not by suffering. There's some way God deals with people. Because the second generation, third generation that are meant to suffer what you have done, and they are not here, who will suffer it? Who is going to suffer it? If you don't believe in law of karma and the law of what you sow, you reap, I do. Because it's in the Bible. That be ya, be baba o. Lórí ìran kìíní, títí dé ìran kẹrin, fourth generation. Now, in everything everyone had to say about Madam Dupe Jaiyesimi, I'm sure you people will say, only she will always stand different. I am very sensitive. I am what? Very sensitive. But we can't continue with sensitive and not tell ourselves the truth. And in areas of many of us in the world, especially Africa, in Nigeria, let's turn it down. We are quick to always take side with rich people. We don't tell each other the truth. When Madam Dupe granted that interview, in fact, I won't lie, the part that I just heard was about not having child, and that all the people, the children she helped, they did not pay, as in they don't care, they were not, as in, more or less like Afibi Sholore, nobody looked back on her, and at the age of 60, nobody to care for her, blah blah, that was the part I held on to, and I felt, but to me in my head, when I hear such things about anybody, or you tell me about something, it takes me, because of experience of my great auntie, you understand, it just takes me back that well, as long as you have sown good, you will reap good. It's painful, but you will reap good. Wallahi, you will reap good. Even people that have children, you sown good, you will reap good. That's the way I took it. Or when I heard that, my mind was, but I know if she has sown good, she will reap good. To an extent that she wanted a child desperately. She did what maybe very much, maybe unlike her, she wouldn't have gone to be with a married man. She wanted a child. So she married a married man, or went to, try to get pregnant for him. What? She tried, scissors in her. Okay. Oh, what's it slack? But try it though. She tried to conceive and did what maybe she wouldn't, not her, she probably wouldn't love to be with a married man, but she went ahead just to have a child. I heard all that part. And I think after then, I switched off. Like, that's what I heard with my ears. Others, I didn't go to YouTube to watch the full video and everything. So surprisingly, when that lady came out, the Dupe, let me tell you people something. Look, growing up, I will still say all those things. I don't know if you people didn't learn anything growing up, but me, I learned a lot growing up. So I always refer to my growing up a lot. I think the kind of understanding I have about life is related to my upbringing. And the kind of reasoning that I have is also related to my upbringing. That's why you always hear me say growing up, because, you know, I refer home often. You understand? I remember that my grandma, my mom's mom, when she comes to our house, she used to live in Ojodo. We call her Mamaiko. When she comes to us and she's spending the weekend with us, that's grandma. Sometimes she will say something and she will always say something about, do you know that the people that if you hurt everybody, don't hurt small children. If you hurt people, don't hurt small children. Let me give you an example. Like, you now, you are rich in your house. Your sister's kids or your relative or your husband's family that are kids, you know, when I say kids, I mean 10 years old, 12 years old, 8 years old, 14 years ahead, kids underage. When they come stay with you, you maltreat them, or even your stepchild. Just, you know, as long as it's not your child. Do you get what I mean? And even if it's your child, it could be your child too. Yeah. The same way some kids will say their daddy, when they were with their dad and their daddy had married somebody else and they were in their dad's house and the stepmother was maltreated and the daddy didn't care for them and things go good for those kids, they will say lie, they are not going to be kind to that their dad or their stepmother. Are you getting me? Because they were well maltreated as kids. When you maltreat an adult will most likely find an excuse for you to be able to forgive you. Or if religion is in play with that person, like Christianity, the person will just, as time goes on, it will heal. But do not offend young people. Do not offend young people. I mean it. Don't offend them. I'm not talking about offense on you do it right. Maybe the person is in your house and he went out or is messing around and you beat her, or you, I mean, maltreating people to the detriment of their future. They don't forget. They don't. This thing I've told you. Go and take network. This network is acting up. Oh. This thing I'm telling you people, go and take it. It's my grandma that said that thing. I don't know what they saw, what it really meant, but it helps me along my life. you know, growing up, that as I said to grow, I became careful about hurting young people, be it from my husband's side, be it from my own side as my own family now. Maybe if we go home and my husband's nieces or nephews that are young, they come around, I'm very careful. Or my own family, young people, or even people that are outsiders, like a friend's child or something, young people, they don't forget. Do you understand? They don't forget, and they don't. They won't know, but it will act out in due course. Go and ask many situations about. Hello. Go and ask many situations about your fathers, your mothers. They will tell you that they have offended young people, that in the end it came out for them. It turned out negatively towards them. In the end, like, many people have gone through that situation and are still going through that situation. When those people came out, many people, they are not ready to listen to that Dupe, Duro, Jaye. Ask me why. Because African culture, you don't talk back when an elder talks. Even if an elder is lying, you have to agree to it. It has traumatized a lot of Africans. It has affected our self-esteem. Because you don't ask questions, you have no right. People hurt you. It's as long as it's an elderly person, you have to act. You are number one. Number two, the person is a celebrity or is rich. If you are poor, your voice won't be heard. In fact, if you are not careful, a celebrity, nothing offend you, but you will go to jail for it. Number 5, kids should be allowed to voice their hearts, voice their mind, so that you will know where you missed it. You will know where you missed it. It doesn't have anything to do with not conceiving. Because many of us, we are clouded by the fact that, that woman is down. She's not conceived. So therefore, somebody that claimed that they hurt them as kids, they were treated badly, shouldn't talk. No. It's two different things. The woman didn't conceive. Now, how she spoke, how she came to the public to say it, some of you will say, she shouldn't have spoken. But that woman spoke in public, even though, to be sincere, the woman wasn't referring, I'm not sure, let me not say that, but I don't think she was referring to them, Idigiwon. I don't think she was referring to that Dupe, Duro, Jaiyesimi, and her siblings, the 4 of them. I think that Dupe made us to understand that she was referring to the first wife, their children, whom she took care of with their father's money. But they, being the second wife's children, they only said it was 5,000 naira that they got, that their school fees at Jaiyesimi, everything. Meanwhile, she was the one fronting as the child, because she was, I think, old enough, of their father, but she was actually the niece of their father. I don't know why people shut down those people. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. Because, see, sometimes, if you notice, sometimes people that do not conceive, yeah, it's a different thing. You didn't conceive. that is a different thing. Something we should pray about, something we should talk to God about, something we should feel empathy about. But it has nothing to do with not being kind or good towards the children of the deceased. The man that actually owned the money that was so sad that was not spent on those kids. It's unfair. So those kids came out because they had the opportunity. They came out because they had the opportunity. That topic came out. I know that 70 or 80% were abusing her because they had the opportunity to come to air their mind to the world. And if those things were true, it's good for that woman, Madame Dupe, to make amends. If it is true, she treated those kids like that, the kids of her uncle, Jaiyesimi. If it is true, she treated them like that. And those, like that girl said, she was hoping, she wanted to share Rudas, be close to her so that they can at least take care of her, send her to school and all those things. But what time done? That's not fair. Ẹ jẹ́ sọ òótọ́ síbi tó òótọ́ wà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ òótọ́ síbi tó òótọ́ wà. A lot of you were abusing that lady. You have forgotten that she did all those things to them when they were young. Ọmọdé ò kì í gbàgbé. Do you know that there are some of you that are here, something that your aunties and or your uncles did to you? You will see them dying like this, and you have that money to help them, but you won't, because you remember that when you people were nobody, and your father or your mother went to them, or they saw you people, they didn't help you people. Now, if they are dying, it's only few that you will hear some mothers who say, "Ma, I feel chiffon." But it's not everybody. I was amazed. It's two different things. She didn't have a child. It's a different thing. We are sensitive about that. It's a different thing from she did not treat those kids right. Because 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them cannot be saying the same thing. You understand? She won't be calling them and they will all be saying the same thing. Even to an extent, the older sister, war woman. It goes to show how have you, me, laid our bed. These are not distant relatives. Because really and truly, that girl only used the opportunity to come out to tell the world who she was. And it took me to my grandma that said, ọmọ kékeré ló ṣòro ṣe. When Ayuba said, ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà tó ń bọ̀ lókè, ẹ tókè ṣe o, ọmọdé ń bọ̀ wá, ẹ̀yin ló mi dá àkùkọ, yes, àwa ti mọ̀, àtọmọdé àdàgbàlagbà, àgbàlagbà àdárúgbó, ilé ayé yìí kò dúró dẹni kọ́kọ́. Gbogbo ohun tá bá ṣe lénìí, ọ̀rọ̀ ìtàn ni ó dà lọ́la. Ẹ dákun ẹ má fi ibi sọ oró, èrè ń bọ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà tó ń bọ̀ lékè, àwa ti mọ bí ẹ dé. Àwa èwe tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn lẹ ò lè sọ. Àsìkò new breed láwa yìí o. Only Mr. Johnson. Adéwálé Ayuba, another Mr. Johnson. Is a counterfeit. Where am I going to? All these children, all these people that you are seeing, whatever you are doing to them, you will be surprised when you come out in the old day and come and do that. Help me. When you were agile and they were worshiping you, what did you do to? Even if, there are some people, it's not only money. There's a way you will treat people. If they come out to talk, others won't join them. They will tell you, the others won't join them. The 4 of them, they won't say the same thing, even the older sister to Tope. But because she's a celebrity, then we are always very sentimental. We are putting it all together. Some of you say, this is what she was saying, the all later. She didn't mention these people in her talk. Wallahi, those people, Tope only used that opportunity to come out to say, Auntie Dupe, what you did to us, tell the world. Because they are the ones, assuming she, even if not everything, in Wamba, with their father's money, they are the ones that will go and be helping her now. Go and wash plates, go and take care of her, even if they do not have as much, but at least they will be there for her. But the girl was talking fata. Maybe her choices of word, was overly rude, but ti mọ̀ pé ìbínú ọmọdé ni. Ìbínú ọmọdé. And many of us that are here, so many of us have uncles, aunties like that have treated your father, your mother, yourself in this manner. And you grew up, and maybe you are seeing that auntie or you are seeing that uncle, and things are not as good as it were for them when you people were younger, and you were probably needing their help. Now they will need you, no matter what. We have to be learning from all these things. Some of us is our parents that treated their family bad like that. Some of us is our parents. Assuming that Auntie Dupe has a child, mind you, she will be somebody's parent. You understand? So it's like that. Meanwhile, some people, you will see them, they will come back and say, I will give you an example. There is somebody in our relative, one of our relatives. This life, nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody. Hey, alone, nobody. I'm telling you. When we were growing up, God was so good to my father. Ọlọ́run bò máa yẹn láṣìírí. Ó fi àmì kún fàyà kún fún everything tó ń ṣe. So it was, there is this relative of ours that needed help to send his children to school. He didn't have money. Listen, my dear ones, he didn't have money. Kò ní. He will come to my mom. God was good then. God was good then. You understand? My mommy will support. My mommy will support. One was was in the doctor or surgeon gidi ńlá nísìnyí o. One is with oil, kìíní kan engineer oil, kìíní kan àwọn Chevron yẹn ni o. Bàbá yìí ń rán àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ lọ sí school. But kò ní gbà yẹn, kò ní. Nǹkan tight. But my dear ones, God is good. Oh. That time, that man used to ride Volkswagen. Out of all of them there, his car was Volkswagen. The Volkswagen gone is better that he doesn't even have it, because today mechanic, yesterday mechanic, next tomorrow. You understand? In fact, boy, he made sure pé education yẹn Ọlọ́run ṣáà bá wọn ẹni tere, èjì tere, and every time it comes to my mom, I don't know, my mom was always there. She didn't tell us so. When God then shine the light on this, my mommy's family, mama mi ni. God shine light on him like this. From when he became 65, that's when the children, they build house for him. They bought him Mercedes. They said, whoa, today, this place with the mother, they were now, my mother, they will go and call to my mother, oh yeah, we want to check your nose water. Guess the reason. When the father was, sometimes we loan money, sometimes we dash money, sometimes we collect from mom, he was telling those children, after their parents, my mother is their heart too. If they are offended about anything like this, I mean the mother, the father is offended small like this, he will call my mommy. They listen to my mom as if my mommy is not anything no more than what she and that her family they shared when they were going to school. If they say they want to Christmas Day, a birthday is coming like this, simple birthday that my mommy will say, I'm not doing anything. Oh. Before she open her eyes, like, what you bake cake, what you wire, or what's mommy, I talk with me, as if that she born there. What am I saying? That time, she can as well use that money. She had her own siblings. She can as well say, it's only my siblings I will help. I won't help somebody. I won't. What she's enjoying today from those kids. And even the love, she won't get it all. And imagine if my mom didn't do it then. They will still get to where they will get to. Allah, if you decide not to serve God, God will raise stones. Allah. It's when God wants to bless you, He will allow you to bless other people. Allah. When God wants to bless you or bless your children, He will allow you. It will open your heart to bless people. Because He wants to bless you. Because even if you don't do it, those kids, they will still become doctor, they will become Chevron engineer. Walai. Only that it will not be you in it. You will not be looking at them. You will not be Ganusi. That is God. Imagine if my mom didn't make herself available to do all those things. Hey, mommy, mama ne wo school fees ke. Ki mommy mi èmi no ne. Mi de ti ere jẹun. Mi jẹun láti jọ́ mẹ́ta. You know, some people can say, karma is real. Oh, yes, waka about. Is it me you are telling down? It's if you don't know about karma, if you don't know about life, you won't understand. This thing I'm telling you people, if you sit down, check your family, check your life, check people close to you, will understand what happened in that Dupe, Jaiyesimi and the family. But we Nigerians, we love, don't talk. This person is a celebrity. Or because you are a fan, the person can never do wrong. Or we don't want to hear. The person is an adult. Young people can. You say, it can't work like that. It's not everybody that will be quiet. And you might even be doing it now. Be careful. Be careful. You don't know the luck coming for you. It may be just helping somebody. It's not that you will go out of your way, and I'm saying the little you would have done will go a long way. That later on, the person will just say, do you know that it was that 10,000 naira that you sent to me? I was about to buy myself like this. Just that 10,000 naira that made me to know that if they can give me 10,000 naira, that means there's life. If I'm alive, that means there's hope. And that person will never forget you. That's what I mean. So, I do not buy into how you people have been castigating and abusing and talking down on that Tope, it's better you learn from what she said. Because if she's the only one talking, I would have said, what about the others? But if all of them, she called them and they are saying the same thing, then it is that woman, the woman that should check herself. Not about conceiving now. Put that one aside. Ẹni tó bí, ọmọ ni ó sìn. Ẹni tí ò bí, ọmọ náà ni ó sìn. That's why I foremost started with my great auntie. Now pikin bury and she not born one. Children are then bury. Thank God. So forget that side. We shouldn't be sensitive, too sentimental in that area. Ọlọ́run á ṣe ìyẹn ibẹ̀ yẹn dáadáa. We should face the side of sowing and reaping. There's time to sow. There's time to reap. Some people are looking at you, up to you, and you are disappointing them, passe. And for that reason, God can choose to bless those children in the future, and you will be down. Because no condition is permanent. The only joy you will have is that, I'm a party to it. Let them know now, pay back. Mind you, she was talking to the people she sponsored. But if it is true that the money is for their own parents, their father, and they were not taken care of with that money, then one has to go and ask her that even she should try and reconcile with those children and ask them also to forgive her, if it is true. However, I'm not going to go on the side of she had not bearing kids. No, that one, I'm not going to go on that side. Amuwa alone is God that will sort that situation in at his own time, in his own way. But that side of those kids, I do not personally think we all cannot relate. Many of us can relate. Even as we speak, and many of us that, those of you that lost your father at a tender age, and your uncles will come and say, Baba Ku. Did they stand for you people and with you people? It's things like that. Then you can imagine how your mother would have suffered to bring you up. Then later you now see that your auntie or uncle, that all the people that shop your papa money or chased your mother out and everything, now coming on air to beg for money. You know, not all kids are bold. Tope is just one of those bold ones. She came out, she wasn't referring to Tope. Go and listen to her. But Tope chose to come out so that people can hear her own side of the story, what that woman did to them at tender age. That's very true. If you refuse to help, God will still provide for them through another person. Most times we don't understand that it's more of a blessing to us if we are able to help others. Thank you, Excel. It's just something that I do not know if people are not saying it, or because Veteran Dupe is a celebrity, people just want to fixate themselves on that aspect. She's a celebrity. She's an old woman. She's she's 60, and therefore a young girl shouldn't come out. And no, the story is what happened. If the story is true, then we cannot be saying kids shouldn't talk. People die in silence, and they die with so much hatred, bitterness, and unforgiveness. In fact, it has affected a lot of Africans. Don't talk. She's an adult. But if an adult didn't do it right, it's good you talk. And people should learn. Some of our parents too have done the same. Some things happen to people, they don't know it's some people, they don't know it's because of what their parents did. I'm telling you, because karma is real. So that is what I saw in that aspect. The only part I can just say is, hopefully they can take the matter within and resolve it. Do you understand? And resolve it. But it will be good if they can reconcile. But that I am against that girl for speaking out. No, I'm not against her. I'm not. It's good, because they would have, you can imagine what, because even she came out to speak. She spoke. She should have limited it and not talk to that extent. Hopefully, if she didn't talk to that extent, it won't trigger the child anger that Tope has. The auntie to wa buruku si wa. So you know, ẹ wá gbégbá lórí social media. Oh, when we àríyàn rán wa lọ sí school, owó bàbá, opportunity re. She came out with so much anger. Even if you notice the brother Biodun, when she called that one didn't want her to talk. That one was even saying, she life, you know. She didn't agree. She said, no, a woman drag one. Only, you know, there will always be one rebellious one. To buru, to de gboya. Ó ti ní wọ́n yẹn sínú pé nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa. So, and if it is true, those things are true, it's not fair. Jẹ́ a máa sọ síbi tó wà. Kò dáa. But we don't know. Mo ti bá àwọn àgbà ṣeré gan, ti máa ń bá wọn. You know, if you are the type that love old people story, do you do that with old people where you say, do you know that sometimes when you see people on the road suffering, some of them beggars, some of them this thing, they will tell you, some of them is as a result of wickedness tí wọ́n ti ṣe. Some of them, it is their karma. Not only begging, maybe they are thrown out of the house, they are paupers, and some of them will say that they have children. Their children are not looking at them, and their children are doing well somewhere. You will hear stuff like, some it could be spiritual battle for them, that their children aren't taking care of them. It's spiritual battle for them. They need to seek the face of the Lord. But while some, you will hear stuff like, is what they did. Karma wọn, Ọlọ́run fi ń jẹ ìyà tó ń jẹ wọ́n yìí. Some of them have done terrible things. Some of them, they spiritually, what ti ṣe oògùn tí ọmọ orogún tó ti rìn, tó ti ya wèrè sí ìlú America, tó ti wọ ẹ̀wọ̀n for no just reason. When God is dealing with some people, you better don't, you know, God says, for I'm a God of vengeance. Nǹkan tó wọn lóhùn jẹ gangan nìyẹn. God gets angry if you choose to, you know, fight your battle. He said, I am a God of vengeance. Clear way. Leave it to me. I will fight your battle. I lie. Àwọn àgbàlagbà, when they will say, it's not everybody that you see that things go wrong for. Is some people is karma. What they have done. What they have done to people. It will all boomerang later. Ayé wọn wá rí báṣà. Yes, it's not everybody that thing goes sour, turn sour for, that is from, as in, that is good. Some people, it's their karma. And you cannot interfere with karma. You can't. If you try it to interfere with karma, that means you are contending with God. God will deal with you. Do you know what I mean? Do you know if God is dealing with somebody and you see the person becomes homeless and you put that person in your house, next day you will lose your job. Next day you have not heard that you have entered motto. God, Father Lord, tí mo ṣe ń lọ lẹ́ni, nǹkan tí mo ń lọ wá jẹ ni o. Má jẹ́ n bá olórí burúkú wọ mọ́tò, má jẹ́ n dé gbèrè wọ mọ́tò, má jẹ́ Because you have to be praying that some people that God is dealing with, you can't go and have any business with them or enter car with them. Oh. You will just see bad luck, or maybe you go and just use your money to help such person and say, oh yeah, come, let me carry you to my pastor. You yourself, as you are getting to your work, your guy will sack you. You have to be discern the spirit. They said when God is dealing with people, you need to be careful. You can't interrupt God, because God is big God she lovely to us as He loves us rich, and is also a consuming fire. So I know about the God that me I serve. I don't know about the one you serve. Oh. So, and if you are an atheist, there's what we call karma. All these things happen. Take it or you leave it. You will sow it, you must reap it. How it will happen, you never. Is it the first time people will come out to beg for help, money, support? No. On that program podcast, do you know how many people have spilled many things there? Same that place, the lady was there with CS now. To sukumba, that people are making jest of mobbing. Not even people. I want fans on Shinye. Omide yoloju eba. Nobody came out to say anything against him now. Same that podcast, Itele said he was once a shoemaker, be one thing. He said this, how from the humble background he came from. Nobody came out to say anything now. Do you understand? So we have to be careful. Many people go to that Biola. Many of them. Well, one girl again, she was there. Which day was it? All these actresses are not there. That one to talk about having a child outside wedlock, what she went through, how she suffered. Is it Kudira Talagbo or something? And she suffered. Nobody came out to say anything. So it's not interview gone wrong. It's either she would, only God knows why she said polo. The network is acting up. It's acting up. Huh? The network is acting up. Oh. I don't know what's wrong. Are we back? Can you please tap? Maybe it's not network. I don't know. Can you just kindly tap? Okay, choose platform. Oh. Hey, Tolu, how are you, baby? How is Ghana? Me, they Ghana in Rio. How is the place? I learned Ghana is Latin for some should not be okay. Thank you for the correction. I saw it, but I thought it was Biola's podcast. How is Ghana? How is Ghana? I learned that country is very beautiful, very clean. Ghana people. Hey, are you people here? Let me gossip about you. Those Ghana people, me, I don't understand. Though. Have you seen them doing burial before? Why do they do that thing, no? They show it on Facebook now. You will just see the person. Maybe the person is a cowboy before he buy. They will just sit the person. Maybe they will embalm the person. Then they will sit the person like this. They will wear cowboy for the person. They will wear shoe for the person. They will wear chain. They will make up the person. They will put hats. If it's woman, they will hairdresser. They will put saloon. Put her under hair dryer. And you people won't still allow the person to rest. Ghana people, that's one thing that I noticed. So when people buy in Ghana, the stress they put them through, Koyemi, they will not sit with the person like this. I have seen up to 10 different ones. One, they put the person inside the casket like this. They open it like this, and the person sat down like this and wore their kente. How do you people money? How do you people? How do you break the person? Because when people buy, she man sáré gbé wọn jókòó ni. One woman like that, I don't know if during her lifetime, I don't know if she was a disco dancer. They stood her like this. They wore her mini skirt, everything. I can't even share it. I've seen many on the social media. What is the meaning of that? This whole thing just started about 2 years ago. I've noticed this thing about Ghana people. It's a new style of burying people now. What is the meaning of that? It will cost a lot of money, oh. Because person we don't buy. Why do you people stress them that much? They will, and you know, at first, you won't even know the person is spy though. It's later you will notice that the people move by his or her side, they are moving hand, moving eyes. But kugogon one be, only joko by, only she by, only she go cross, or the person will stand. It's scary, oh, balloons. Ghana people, why? I hope it's not what you went for, because I know you went for a conference. What is the meaning of that thing? Enlighten me. I'm asking for myself, not for a sister or a brother. I wish I have a Ghana friend. Oh, that Ghana man that worked for me that time. It's late. What's it called? Prince. What's it called? The guy that worked in my shop, Ghana man. When they told me, Oma to me, oh, he calls me, madam. And it's a woman that broke his heart. Oyibo Filipino knew. Don't break out here, Limogbo. But she developed. Oh, he couldn't believe it. It shocked him. I was told. And he told this to me, go Filipino ni. They all used to come to my shop then to buy stuff because of him. Because he was married to a Filipino. Mi mọ̀ pé Filipino máa ń ṣíyàn àlè o. Pẹ̀lú di wọn pẹlẹbẹ, face wọn pẹlẹbẹ yẹn. Oh, they love Prince. She really loved Prince. So mama sọ lọ́kàn ma ní, Prince máa jẹ mùlá títí ó máa fi kú ni. Pé she was working as a carer. Prince is a Ghana guy. And when he was working with me, he told me his own father was as old as 90, and he still used to go to farm. He was working for me then. I was his employer. His own father was going to, he would tell me, madam, my father is still going to farm. Oh. Very strong. Prince can lift this house. Only a okay bye. Tabati ni delivery báyìí. Òun ló máa ní bà. Èmi èyí mo mọ̀ pé àṣé is very tender in the heart. When the Filipino gisted me, pé ṣé mo gbọ́ pé Prince ti kú. Mo ní Prince ó kú kẹ̀. Níbo? Nígbà wo? Just last month ni mo ṣe gbọ́. Only Prince ti kú fino fini sabi fi wetin ni ọmọ yẹn jẹ́. Ó lè lo lipstick kú báyìí. Ojoojúmọ́ ló máa fi lipstick sẹ́nu báyìí ni. Àṣé owó ni ó lọ mú ṣẹlẹ̀gbẹ́, ó lọ ń gbéṣẹ́ gba ẹ̀yìn Prince. And Prince found out. And you know, ó máa ń lóyún. That time she used to conceive but miscarriage. Prince Amani, madam, it has come down again. Prince wanted her to have child because she was working, and if she's working like this, wo ma lọ sí Ghana, wọ́n kọ́lé ní Ghana. And that I used to even say to myself, Prince, èmi tí mo jẹ́ ọ̀gá mi ò ìkọ́lé. Prince ń kọ́lé. I needed to face reality pé the wife is Filipino, woman yẹn ó pump owó sí ilé yẹn. Prince wá tún fi hàn mí bóun ṣe ń kọ́ mansion èmi tí mo ní business mi ìkọ́lé. But I understood that that lady, she was working and she was supporting Prince. So I said, Prince ma gbádùn kú ni. She didn't give birth. Àwọn ọmọ Prince ló máa jogún kíní yẹn. Because he already had children, 2, before he traveled to the Philippines. In fact, the daughter had, she was already married when he was working with me. Ó ti bímọ. Ó marry, ó bímọ. They were even planning to bring that baby here. Àṣefin no ma disappoint the Prince. Maybe if he was still working, I still own that shop. Torí ìgbà tí mo ní mi ò ṣe shop mo Prince wa máa lọ. Wá ṣe ń bò mí. He then relocated to London. Ibi tí fi know yìí ti lọ disappoint. That's where he went to break heart the Prince. They said he had stroke. He had stroke. Prince died at the age of 60 something. Kò tiẹ̀ pé ṣe bóyá 62 or 60. The Prince kú. Some of you women are very wicked, so which will take me. Have you watched it? Finding Me? We'll do it tomorrow. Have you watched Finding Me? Please, if you have watched Finding Me, have you watched it? Some of us, some men, some women, especially women, they are going through hell. If you watch that Finding Me, many women can relate. I was crying. I was angry. I felt like slapping Funke, who happens to be Tinuke in that movie. I laughed. The only thing that made me laugh is Ogabelo's son, Femi, who happens to be Dotun. Oh, my funny, Dotun. Did I tell you people, when I was critiquing this movie, that Oma Gbagbo 11 nominated for 11 awards. 11 awards, AMVC, àbí kí lorúkọ àwọn kíní wọ̀nyẹn. They have nominated 7 doors for 11 awards. I said it when I was critiquing it. I said, mo ti critique àwọn movies yo. 7 doors kò lọ́gà. I said it. I said, I am so sure. I was no full and me confident. I said, if he not pack all the award, make una, this my nose where I cherish very much. Monique wa ba mi forward Ganusi. When I saw it that Femi shared it, that 11, yes, watch it today, Tolu. 11 movie nominated. I cried towards the end, was so angry. I was mo fẹ́ fight it Funke ni Tinuke ń bí mi nínú ni. But that is what they call intriguing, suspicion. I was full of suspense. It was full of suspense. It was wow. If I start talking about it now, I have to tomorrow. Eje Kamaloma continue. The only thing is that the people that made Tinuke up. Really, when they say your husband is stock exchange and you are stockfish. Ẹsẹ̀ brokoto. Tinuke, only typical example of women that their husband will be dealing in stock exchange, knowing what's up on the computer, and their wife will continue to put beret on the head, and they will be going to know the price of tatashe in the market. Tinuke is a typical example. Even with her education, how educated she was, she fell flat for look. Sherry, that boy called Kola Phillips. The boy really tried. He's a very wicked man. He's a narcissist. And many men are like that. He's a narcissist. People that don't know what they call narcissism, go and watch that movie. Narcissist, anybody will not say, now go they call them narcissist. Go and watch who narcissist. That is him, Kola Philip. It's a typical example. Dele Odule, Twale, he gave it his. He tried. He really tried. He really acted as a bush man, an illiterate, but a billionaire. Forget Shafi Bello. God, the first time I will agree that I watch a movie, you know, sometimes people will say, you and Shafi Bello, you look alike. I always, Jora. But I agree now. Shafi, no, that lady is class. So demure, so classy. Even as a billionaire's wife, she really gave it her best shot. The funniest person in that movie is Bello, Femi Bello. Adebayo is the funniest. Is the funniest along. Oh, funny, David. It's too funny. It's too funny. The movie is about women that are mumus. Open the microwave. Oh, he opened the oven. Yeah, what did you know? What I put in the oven is burnt. What did you know? Oh God, I put sausage in the oven. I'm supposed to show you people. What the sausage pack meji. What you go? Can I waste 2 sausages? I made those sausages so that it can be used for waste the sausage. I forgot. I put it in the oven. 2 packs. That is 16 plus 16. Isn't it that 32? 32. But I just remembered now. Oh God. I feel like slapping myself. I slapping myself. How could I have forgotten that I put sausage in the oven? Anyway. The thing about that movie that I want you all to go and watch, so when we are talking about it, you'll be able to, you probably will not relate it if you are not, you know, but you will know people going through it, or you would probably, you've gone through it, because I know that some people have gone through things like that. Anthony's part, that girl that was, they were even a mother, you know, mothers that will be conspiring with their daughters to scam, dupe their boyfriend. And it happens. Yeah, I forgot, Tolu. And it happens. Anthony, the case is a case of a married woman whom the husband, she comes from a rich home. I've forgotten that Odule's surname in the movie. Is a code name. If you mention the name, please can you type the name? The name of the movie Folake is Finding Me. You can only watch it on Amazon Prime. Or maybe somewhere else, I don't know, but it's on Amazon Prime. It's about Dele Odule is the billionaire in the movie, but it's an illiterate. His higher is Dotun, who happens to be Femi Adebayo. But he go law school. He went to Polytechnic and he speaks bad English. The father is not proud of him at all. But Tinuke, she's hardworking, she's well-read. Olówó kọ̀rọ̀ kéré àbí nǹkankan, olówó kékeré kú àbí nǹkankan. If I see you type the surname, I'll be proud of you. So, okay, can you take that? So, olówó kọ̀rọ̀ kúrú. Olówó something, olówó kúrú kéré àbí olówó kọ̀rọ̀ kúrú. Anyway, olówó kéré, olówó kò kéré àbí kankan. So now the movie, I don't want to start, and I don't want to start now. At the end of the day, I will have to stop. I won't end it. I want to use like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to critique the movie, to say my mind about it. The way we do it, I started with some other things. So can we do it tomorrow? Let's do this tomorrow, please. Let's do this tomorrow. Maybe between now and that tomorrow, you would have gone to also watch it, so that when I'm talking about it, you will cry. You will be angry. Those things I can't take it. Èmi ò ní parọ́. I can't take it. Wallahi, bí mo ṣe love ọkọ mi tó bá ṣe yẹn pẹ̀lú mi, èmi ò ṣe mọ́ o. Everybody pack it. I can't take it. Ó pọ̀ o. I can't take it. Mi ò lè parọ́ o. Ó pọ̀ o. Even me that I'm a woman. What's the name of her best friend? Charity. Tinuke's best friend, Charity. The girlfriend ọmọ burúkú side chick ńkọ́. No, film yẹn dùn. True life, this mo ti fẹ́ fi tèmi kún, mo ti fẹ́ ní true life story. What I mean is, things like this happen. It happens. It's something that as you're watching it, you just be thinking it's happening to your neighbor, because it's something that happens. And it's happening to people. Some people are experiencing it as it is, gogon. Sarah ni ọmọ àlè ọmọ burúkú side chick yẹn. Sister Shade. Hey. No, èmi ò lè gbà o. And the truth is that some women take it. They take it. Some people. Did you see that actress? What's this veteran that said in one of her, that said that her husband used to chase her from the bed, bring side chick. Ìyá Ereko. That her husband used to chase her from the bed to stay on the floor, and he will do what he wants to do with anybody, that he will bring girls home. True life story. Go and believe. Some people come out to say all these things about themselves now. He gets me. I will be. Martin Kumbai. Depression can also make people be like this. And can kill somebody. Kilo too cool. No. Why? Because of what? Then the bullying, everything, and you can imagine the sense of wanting to get something off her, and we tell her he didn't knock her. He didn't knock her for years, abi months. He didn't knock her for a year, 11 months. He didn't knock her for months. He didn't. He will complain about the stomach. He will say that Toti Toby Jew. He will compare about this. He will compare about that. Okay, Sarah na bestie. Rebecca na the side chick. Okay. Is it Sarah? Me o mo bi ti mo ti rí Charity. Ibo mo wa ti gbọ́ Charity. Mo dé nìyẹn. Sarah, that she's a known actress. And I love. One thing about Funke is that she cute Abella. Even though cute Abella, you still have to come and tell us if Omo Boti seduce you or not. Tori Omo Buruku ni cute Abiola yen. But mo like acting. you still have to come and tell us, you this Cute Abiola, you are on our black book here. You went to lie on Omoboti that she seduced you. Ṣé ti wá rí pé Ọlọ́run ti fún Omoboti lọ́kọ báyìí. Èèyàn burúkú ni ẹ́ now. You went to talk bad about Omoboti. You and your wife now went to block that lady. You understand? Cute Abiola too tried though. But I find out that he tries, but I would have preferred they use Kamo there. Nítorí ìwà Cute Abiola then. Although Cute Abiola